Hey, shalom, shalom. First off, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Rakah HaKodash. Those are the true names of the Heavenly Father and only begotten Son. Yahweh meaning He is or He is to be. Okay, Ba'ashim is in the name of Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. His true name is Yahweh Shai, and the meaning of it is He delivers, okay, or He deliverer. Ba'ashim in the name of the Holy Spirit, or the Rakah Kodash, okay? And I double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. Real quick, just the brother, the elder in England, he posted a video, man, and it's just, it's a church full of Edomites, okay, with the woman pastor, pretty much trying, let me just say that, or attempting to apologize, right, for everything that's been done, from look, I mean, with the what is that? The subtitles on the screen is, is her speaking, and then it says from the beginning of our nation's history, right? And the title of the video is Edomites. Edomites apologize to Jacob in Revelation 13:9, Hebrews 12:17, and yeah, so this individual, this lady, this pastor, okay, which even that is against the scriptures, okay. If you're a woman, learn at all, let your woman learn, learn at home, suffer not a woman to teach, okay. Just a couple precepts, pertaining to what lot or what role a woman is supposed to play. But of course, like we're in Babylon, okay. We're in the belly of the beast, so to speak, okay. In the that harlot that's spoken about in the book of Revelation, and all throughout the scriptures, okay, the virgin daughter of Babylon, all right. And so of course they're not going to uphold or keep the precepts or the commandments that the Lord has given, okay, because it's not in their nature. You're an Edomite, okay. So when you watch this video, and I'm gonna try to make this quick, the whole notion of, or even these individuals thinking like you thinking that, which is a proud thought, man, or the statement that you're giving is proud because you feel as though that all can be forgiven. You feel as though that the things that you've done, okay, can be erased. Now they can, but is it written that they are? Okay, because in order for you, matter of fact, let me start with that. In order for you to, for your sins, ultimately be forgiven, okay, that has to be of the Heavenly Father, all right, and that's something that has to have been preordained, okay, from the beginning. If that was something that was written in the where am I going to the Psalms? If that was something that was written, okay, then it would be that, but it's not. Okay, this is Psalms 32:1. It says, Salakia, blessed is he whose transgression is forgiven. It says, whose sin is covered. It says, blessed is the man unto whom the Lord Yahweh, okay, imputeth not, or Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, imputeth not iniquity, and in whose spirit there is no guile. Okay, so in order for you to for your transgressions to be forgiven and your sin to be covered, okay, you have to be a blessed individual, okay. And in how you're a blessed individual, okay, you have to come from a specific lineage, man, okay. So, and the only how to come to that, all right, is if the Lord puts you in that position. Okay. So the nation of Israel on a whole is going to be the blood that was shed for the remission of sins. Okay. Let's go to Galatians really quick. The man who shed his blood. Matter of fact, we can get that in Romans. Yeah, Romans 3. Let's go to 20. Let's go to it. Right. This is Romans 3 and 23. It says, "For all have sinned and come short of the glory of the Most High." Okay. So we understand that being in on this earth, being in this flesh, okay, there's only one that walked the earth and did it perfectly, okay? Did no sin. Okay, and then when we get let's we are we know what sin is. Sin, the biblical, definition of sin, of course, is the transgression of the laws. Okay, the laws of what? The laws of the Most High Yahweh. All right. So all have fallen short of that. Okay. Verse 24 says, "Being justified freely by His grace through the redemption that is in Yahweh Shai HaMashiach." Right. So being made righteous. Okay, just being justified or being made righteous freely by His grace through the redemption that is in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Okay, so the people that have been blessed, or the people, okay, that the transgression or the iniquity at one point in time, and even up until this point that we may fall and make. Okay, blessed is the man. Let's get it again. Actually, I got it here, but I don't want to go. No, you want to know what? Let's stay there because we can quote it. We just read it. So yeah, blessed is the man who the Lord pretty much wipes that iniquity away. Right? It says whom the Most High have set forth to be a propitiation through faith. Okay, in His blood. So how we are covered, is through the sacrifice that Yahweh Shah has made. Okay. Okay. He was set forth to be the propitiation. Okay. Or the, matter of fact, because I was supposed to, let's look up some of these words. Yeah. Appeasing. Right. We know what appeasing. Well, we can look up appeasing just. Right? It says to pacify or placate. It says by acceding to their demands. It says relieve or satisfy. Okay? So relieving or satisfying the Lord, that's the Most High. Atone for, okay? Expiate, to atone. Okay? It says in a placation, or it says expiating, expiating. Okay, it said atonement, another atonement. It says expiatory. I believe this is probably the same word, atonement. Yep. Appeasing. It says a propitiation. Use the cover. Use of the cover of the Ark of the Covenant in the Holy of Holies. Right? No, not that. It said the expiatory. It says expiatory. Sacrifice. Yep. It's an atonement. Right, so the sacrifice, which is Yahweh Shah, was, he was made an atonement for the sin that was committed for the nation of Israel. Okay, and that was the purpose of why he came and why he died. So it's to bring it back. I'm gonna read one more scripture, and I'm gonna get the scriptures that are posted in the in the comments, because the brothers pretty much put certain scriptures on why regardless of if you try to apologize, or even if you got Israelites, you got Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Americans, or even if they're not in the know, even if they don't know, even if they do even if they do, okay, even if you have a Jake or an Israelite that actually says, oh, okay, I accept your apology, but nevertheless, your judgment, okay, the judgment that you're going to get, that's written, that's signed, sealed, and delivered, and there's nothing that you can do about that one, man. Okay, because this would be the only way for you to opt out from the said perils that you're about to go through. You're about to go through a lot, man, a whole lot. Okay, but the only thing that you can really truly hope for is that you just look like a heathen, okay, or you just look like a Edomite, okay. But really and truly, you go back, your chief hope is to hope that you're an Israelite foreigner that looks like the other nation, man. You know, the Lord is man. I mean, of course, you got to have that golden ticket, which is, of course, you got to be the elect first and foremost that was predestinated to receive salvation. All right. But more importantly, just even even if you were 2/3, just, if you look like an Edomite, your best hope is to hope you're an Israelite. Okay, this is why Galatians 3:13, it says, Hamashiach have redeemed us from the curse of the law, being made a curse for us. For it is written, curse is everyone that hangeth from the tree. So the Lord, okay, that blood, because we made a contract. You go to Numbers, let me see. Yeah, you go to Numbers real quick. 24. I believe it's 24. Is it Numbers or is it Exodus? Yeah, I think it's Exodus 24. Yep. And Moses took half of the blood and put it in basins, and half of the blood he sprinkled on the altar. It says, and he took the book of the covenant and read it in the audience of the people, and they said, all that the Lord have said, we will do and be obedient. Okay, and then Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people and said, behold, the blood of the covenant which the Lord Yahweh have made with you concerning all these words. Okay, so that covenant, the blood was sprinkled on the nation of Israel. Okay, so the only how for the whole purpose of the Lord Yahweh Shai, okay, him being that that propitiation, all right. So we will be able to obtain grace or favor, okay, at the end, which we are at the end, okay. So that would be the only how you would be able to get out of the judgment, okay, that's written, man. And how you would get out of it is because you would have to live through it, man. Okay, if you commit whatever acts you commit, you got to pay for that shit, man. Okay, so let me go back to this video, man. So when you go, right, the brothers posted some beautiful scriptures. Let me get this one. I'm gonna get a couple of these, man. The elders. This the brother, that elder in Vegas. Okay, it says, this is Psalms 109 and 14 and 15. It says, let the iniquity of his fathers be remembered with the Lord Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai says, and let not the sin of his mothers be blotted out. And this is and that's why I got Psalms the 32nd chapter, because it says, blessed is the man who the Lord does not impute of sin. All right. He basically blots out those transgressions. He basically gives you a clean slate, okay? And the reason why we have obtained that favor is basically the love that the Lord has shown to us is based upon who our forefathers were, okay? Because he made an oath and he made a promise unto those certain individuals, all right? So, but at the same time, the nation of Edom, okay? When you go to the Romans, the 9th chapter, it breaks it down to, you were created to be a vessel, okay, unto dishonor, okay? So what's going to happen with the vessel unto dishonor is your ultimate destiny or your fate is to be destroyed. And that's why you have been able to do certain things. Like you look from everything that the woman is asking to be forgiven of, and she didn't even. She just kind of bumped. You just kind of scratched the surface. You just literally like, I mean, literally think about scratching the surface. You know what I'm saying? Like if you really can rip that thing open and dig deep and really see, the layers upon wickedness and transgression, okay, and offenses that you have brought, first and foremost towards the Heavenly Father and then to his children, his people, okay, the apple of his eye. You understand? And for that, hey, listen, the sins, it can't be blotted out, man. It says, and you got King David, then this is a psalm. This is King David. This is Malak Dawadah, singing a psalm, man. And asking and praying unto the Lord to not let you get away with it. Okay? It says, let the iniquity of his fathers be remembered with the Lord, and let not the sin of his mothers be blotted out. Let them be before the Lord continually, that he may cut off the memory of them from the earth. And he is going to do that, because that's mentioned in Obadiah 1:18, okay? Their children, their lineage is your uncles, okay, your fathers, your uncles, your brothers, okay, your nephews, everybody, your whole lineage is going to be cut off because of the actions, okay, that you've done, because of the role that the Lord wrote in his story for you to play. You understand? And you're going to be eradicated, man. But before that, you're gonna have to serve your time, essentially, man. Which is ultimately it's the judgment for your actions. It's a cause and effect world we live in, man. We live in a universe where what you reap what you sow. All right, and that's the thing. That's what's been designed here. Okay. It says, this is there's a Quan monogon. It says Joel 3:4. It says, yeah. It says, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? It says, will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly, it says, and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head. And that's what's in Tyre and Zidon. Those are talking about Hamitic nations. Okay, but later on in that chapter, it speaks about the Grecians. Okay, because because hey, when you look in that crowd, is you got to mix nations, and what nation you go to the Book of Maccabees, it tells you what nation haven't had his hand in the and basically destroying Israel, man. Okay, Psalms 83, it tells you that they come together with a confederacy, man. All of the nations, man, with Edom being the chief of all of those ones, of the chief of the fucking haters. Excuse me, man. All right. And the Lord is saying, well, how are you going to pay me back? Right. It says, will you render me a recompense? It says, and if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? And that's what the Lord is about to do. Swift judgment, man. Galatians 6:7. Right. It says, right. Psalms 144:9. Get down. Well, I get down with that. We can maybe end it with that one. Right, Isaiah 33:1, it says, woe to thee that spoilest and was not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. It says, when thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make it an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. So after everything, and that's why I say, woe to thee that's so destruction or lamenting unto the individual that spoils, man. And that when you spoil something, you robbing some shit, man. Okay, you basically on some pirate type shit. You understand? So when woe, destruction unto them, because that's gonna come upon your own head. Okay, all of those things gonna return back unto you. You understand? And there's nothing that you can do about it. Right? It says, right, Job 20:10, it says, his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore, and his hands shall restore their goods. And this is a prime example. Okay, this is a prime example of you have the children, okay, of the forefathers, okay, and they're at a point, because I know damn well you seen the Israelites, and your future, man. You understand. She fully understands that, man. Okay? And that's exactly why she's coming out and saying what she's saying. because the Lord done probably showed her your future and your people's future by way of the prophets, reading it out the scriptures, okay, and identifying who you are in the scriptures, okay, and then causing the people to understand that, man. That's the job of a prophet, man, or the priest, or the kahan, okay, of the Lord, all right, which is to give you the straight skinny, all right. This is Revelations 13:10. It says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Right? It says there, Jeremiah 13:16. It says, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be spoiled. And it says, and all that prey upon thee, it says, will I give for a prey? Okay, Shalom Elder. So what the Lord is explaining to you is, hey, listen, this is the rule, man. All right. Matter of fact, let's get that, because we can sum it up with that, and I'm gonna end it on that, because we can. I mean, I can. We can go all day on this subject, man. And just bring the scriptures. This is Galatians 6:7. Be not deceived. It says the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Okay, and what did this man sow? Okay, you sow wickedness in the earth, man. What exactly did you think was going to come out of you? Pretty much going from 3,000 square feet. All right, from east to west, from the eastern shore of Maryland all the way into the California, right? What did you do, man? You went and you spilled blood. You spilled millions and millions upon millions, okay, of Israelites' blood, man. All right. And we're not talking about just a quick death here, man. We're not talking about a real, like, honorable death. You take a sword and you go at a man and you conquer. No, man, it wasn't like that. Okay, we're talking about the most wicked, fucking disdaining, just complete, just abominable acts, okay, of violence, okay, the complete treachery that this fucking devil brought into the people of Israel, man. Okay, starting with the northern kingdom, okay, which is from Ephraim all the way down into Issachar, and then up into the southern kingdom. Okay, they got it next, which is spiritual, because that's when the Assyrians, when they went into captivity, then came what? It was the northern kingdom that went first, and then it was the southern kingdom, being besieged, from the Neo-Babylonian empire, man. Okay, when they came and basically we went into captivity. Okay, so even from then, man. Okay, prior to that, man. All right, and that's why the Lord says he's gonna have a war with Amalek. Okay, for generation to generation, man. Because y'all gonna fucking get it. You gonna get it. This is Genesis 9:6. It says, I'm in it here. It says, whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of the Most High made he man. So, listen, that's why blood is going to pursue thee. Matter of fact, let me get that. Blood. Yep, right here. This is why the blood is going to pursue thee. It says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power. It says, I'm going to start up, 5. And this is when you read it with context, of course, this is speaking about, I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to end it here. Ezekiel 35:1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. Okay, and who's Mount Seir? Okay, that's the land that the Edomites was sanctioned to be. The Lord put them in that land. That's your land. All right. So when it's speaking about Mount Seir, it's speaking about not the place, talking about the people. Okay, and it says, and just like in reference to whether it be Jerusalem or Israel. Okay, the Philistines or the Moabites. When he's speaking about the whole nation, he's speaking about every individual that's a part of that nation, man. Okay. It says, and prophesy against it. It says, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate, and I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai says, because, okay, thou hast had a perpetual hatred. It says, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Right? So in the time, hey, listen, and that's what they're doing now, and they're going to continue to do that all the way up until the point that till Yahweh Shai comes back, man. All right, they're going to see that, and then that's what I mean. Of course, judgment is going out for the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, the ones that don't want to hearken, they don't want to listen to their father, okay, to their power, okay. You want to keep being disobedient, so the Lord is going to use the wicked, which is his sword, to punish you. Okay, but nevertheless, okay, just because you're being used as a utensil that you are, as we all are, okay, being used for to bring judgment and to bring wickedness, you're still going to be judged for it, man. You're going to be judged for doing it. You understand? Continuing on. It says, therefore, at the end, it says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, will I prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. So there's no way that you can run away from this judgment, man. Okay? That's why you're going to try. That's why they going, to seek to hide themselves. They let the rocks fall upon us and hide us from the wrath of the Lamb. Okay? Them digging up those those dumbs, those deep underground military bases. Okay? The ISSR. Okay, that they have. Okay, different planes and things that can leave out of this to get them up to the atmosphere. Okay, all of these different equipment and places that they have to run, it's all to try to run from the blood that's about to pursue them, or the blood that's already pursuing them. Okay, and that's judgment from the Lord. It says, thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out of him and returneth. It says, and I will fill his mountains with the slain men, in thy hills and in thy valleys, in all thy rivers, and all they and Salakia shall they fall that are slain with the sword. All right. And this is coming, man. And we're seeing the beginning stages of this. So that's why you got individuals, I'm not sure how long ago, I think this was maybe a couple years ago, but it was on this lady's spirit to get her congregation together and to start saying, I'm sorry. So it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter how much boot kissing you do, boot licking, none of that shit, man. Nothing is going to get you out of the judgment that is coming. You understand? Because it's written. It's nothing that nobody can do about it. We had to go through the captivity, the slavery, okay? The Lord letting you monsters, okay, did and do what you have did and are doing until this day, man. Okay? Socially, politically, economically destroying us. And at one point in time, it was a physical, like, torture, like, every day. You know what I'm saying? So because of all of that, you will be judged for the things that you have done, man. All right? But the only thing about the Edomite is the only one that's going to be blotted out forever. The rest of you heathens, after your rigorous slavery, after your continual employment, all right, you will be let go. All right, you won't be forced. You will be let go. The only thing that you will be forced to do is to keep those high holy days, man. And if you don't keep those, listen, you ain't gonna get no rain. I mean, as the prophecy says, man. All right, is that I know it's Michael. I think it's Isaiah 4. I know it's Isaiah 60 and 61. Micah, the 4th chapter. Revelations. Okay, I think it's like the 20th chapter, 21st chapter. But it's a bunch of different prophets. Okay, spoke many different prophecies, but all of them linked together. Okay, all of them are telling the story and telling you the future of what's to come, and we're living in those days. So I want to ramble on, but the point being is, there will, listen, you can apologize as much as you want. Jay can forgive you, but what's written is what's written. You will be judged. Okay. So with that, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, of great millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.